Yo. We're talking about Hot Wheels. We're talking about Mini GT. We're not going to talk about pre-orders and stuff like that today. Here, hold on. Let's give it a couple minutes. Let people gather up, especially those that wanted to talk about Hot Wheels and Mini GT and what we think the trend is. Okay, so the main points for what we're going to do today is I created 3 different threads, if you want to call it that, within 3 different groups. One of them was the Model Cars Houston Facebook group page, which has a lot of content here. You can see this one I'm scrolling through right now. So we're going to go through these, kind of get different points of view for the Hot Wheels Mini GT debate. And then I've got another one in the diecast chat section. About 9 comments over there, so we can talk about those guys. And then I've got one that's actually in the Mini GT fan club, and we can talk about that one as well. But that's got about 15 comments. But the main one is the one in the Facebook group. Now, can you guys see the Facebook group here? Like, can you see this? So the question was, who's down for a live video discussing an important topic? Is Mini GT turning into the next Hot Wheels? You may not think the discussion is what you might think it might be. I don't even know if that sentence makes sense. It will require participation with a lot of back and forth. I want input from as many as possible. Now, these are set in stone questions, comments, and things like that in this post, but we have the live chat up here. What's up, Speed? So you can also answer questions or ask questions here as well, so we can all talk about this, okay? So let's go through it. Let's start. Who's ready? This is streaming through YouTube, Facebook group, and Facebook page. So we've got a lot of places, and then whoever else wants to join. All right, Mr. Harris Vu, let's start with number 1. All comments. Here we go. Harris Vu says, simple answer is no. And it looks like he's linking me to a comparison video, but we're not going to go into that. So let's go to the next guy. Quite a topic, I'll say. If you need a simple answer, no. I don't think I see them turning into the next Hot Wheels. So there's a certain angle that I'm trying to get into with this debate. It's not like quality for quality. Obviously, we know Mini GT beats Hot Wheels out of the water from that perspective, right? So Richard, if you're on, Richard, you need to get on, buddy. If you want to talk about this, let's get on and talk. Damian Valentine says, not even turning into the next RLC. That's interesting because RLCs actually fetch quite a bit of money once they've come out and discontinued, right? That might be a little bit of a hint as to where I'm going with this. The next one, he's posting a picture. Oh, okay, let's look at this picture. He's posting up, it looks like an RLC next to a Mini GT. So obviously quality for quality, the Mini GT is going to win. And the scale size is right, and it's got a lot more detail. So no debating that topic, all right? When you've got a Mini GT and a Hot Wheels in your hand, you know who the winner is. And then the price difference. Yeah, you've got, 99 cents versus 12 bucks, 15 bucks. Adam Goodman, trying to clarify the question. Do you mean with the car lineup? Yeah, kinda. Victor Torres, if they improve the cast, it'll compete against car culture. So Victor seems to have a different perspective, that he thinks that the cast for Mini GT is not as good as car culture, which I kind of disagree with, because car culture has the same Hot Wheels type of cast. It just has rubber tires, a little bit different wheels. And don't get me wrong, the theme of car culture Hot Wheels it's a nice set, especially when it comes to the JDM stuff. But I would disagree that Mini GT definitely has their game on point when it comes to competing against car culture. Does anybody agree with that? Jacob Inman, now the Hot Wheels Real Riders wheels are better than most Mini GT wheels. Now that I don't know. Who thinks that's true, that that Hot Wheels Real Rider wheels are better than most Mini GT wheels? I don't know, because Mini GT does put a lot of different types, styles, colors, variations when it comes to the wheels. I don't know which one he might be comparing it with. Maybe he's comparing it with one that didn't really have nice wheels on it when it came to the cast of the Mini GT. Could be the case. Let's see. Hot Wheels version looks good. That Mini GT looked real. So Ramon Hill saying that obviously Mini GT looks great when it comes to the presentation. Speed says that Mini GT wheels tend to be wobbly, but then again, could be the axle. Yes, most definitely. It doesn't have that smooth feel like a Hot Wheels. And axle might be slightly bent. Axle might be a little bit stiffer. There's a lot that could be going on there. Might have a tighter tolerance to the body as well. where it fits, so it doesn't move around a lot. Let's go. Adam Diamond. Honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I stopped buying them when I discovered Inno. Now that's the... This is what we like to see. Guys, this is what we like to see. This guy right here, he's speaking the truth right here. This is a fact. A lot of people are starting to migrate away from the Hot Wheels, trying to get into more the higher quality, higher end stuff, just because there's less competition. Okay, that's one. You're getting a lot more for your money. That's two. You're not fighting against scalpers and things like this. People buying 30 at a time. Everyone just kind of controls themselves in this space, 1, 2 at a time. Now, don't get me wrong. Okay, there might be some people that is buying up a lot more than we think. For what reason they're doing it, I don't know. Maybe they're reselling it, or maybe they just absolutely love that car. All right, Mr. Paul says, I believe no, Mini GT has a niche they are going for. Most Hot Wheels are for kids until you get to premium. For me, I like Mini GT better. I used to collect Hot Wheels. I love Mini GT for their realism, and I like that they come in a little box. The price is right as well. You could also talk about Tarmac Works. A lot of their models are built just like Mini GT. Absolutely correct. I agree with this. Not sure about the premium, saying that the Hot Wheels and then you get to the premium. Those aren't for kids either. I think they're all for kids. A lot of people might already know my stance on the Hot Wheels stuff. I mean, it's all 3+. There's no age difference when it comes to that stuff. So Paul definitely has the right idea. He's saying that, it's time to move on from that stuff and go into the higher quality, higher detailed stuff. Patrick Q, Mini GT, I only buy a few hard to find stuff that catches my eye, but I prefer more detail and nicer cars in the collection table. Inno, Ignition, Auto Art, and Kyosho. So Patrick likes Mini GT for certain cars, but he's always down for buying the other stuff because it's got more detail on it. Sometimes I will say yes, Ignition models sometimes can be lacking, but they do have some nice licenses, so they're able to make some really cool stuff. Mini GT making a lot of variation of different things, but I see his point about what he's talking about here. The packaging is a lot better on these other guys too versus the Mini GT. Maybe some of you guys may remember the video I did where one of the things I don't like was the packaging. The packaging on the Inno and the Ignition and stuff like that definitely is a little bit more professional, I would say. Ni Chang, I say no due to the fact that Mini GT castings have more pieces in it. Yes, correct. The exterior has separate headlight taillight lenses and the interior has more accurate details. Even when comparing Mini GT to an RLC or even Elite 64, hands down, Mini GT, look, this guy gets it. That's exactly what he knows what he's talking about. Mini GT, definitely a far superior casting. Not to beat a dead horse already, but we know this for a fact. Zach Stab coming in hot. Hot Wheels are garbage. So the whole idea of Hot Wheels, let's just stop for a second. Hot Wheels are garbage. They're garbage maybe because of what we're comparing it to, but I don't think they're garbage for what you're paying for it, right? It's $1. You can't ask for much for $1. Now, there's other aspects of the Hot Wheels that I will say is debatable, such as the community can be a little bit of a poison. So that's something to watch out for. Having to deal with people that buy racks and racks of Hot Wheels and there's nothing left for you. That's, part of that systemic buying off the shelf nonsense that's going on and taking it all for themselves, getting the supers and all that. It's just not, I don't know. Maybe the culture has definitely changed, but it's just not as fun as it used to be. You got the Walmart guys in the back and all this stuff you got to do. You don't have to deal with any of that stuff here. Not yet. Okay, that's another hint of the angle that I'm trying to get at here. All right, next guy. Jesus, longtime customer here. I feel Mini GT castings are a little bit on the bigger side compared to Inno and others. Despite that, I wouldn't say they're becoming nice Hot Wheels. Yes, correct. I don't think so. Not yet either. Not from the standpoint of like castings, quality, things like that. The Hot Wheels will never catch up. Hot Wheels will have to create another line. Like they would have to create another line called Super Elite 64. That would be the one that would compete with like Mini GT and everybody like that. They're not going to give up the regular Hot Wheels stuff that they've always done. It just doesn't make sense as a business decision. There's a market for it, so they're going to keep pumping that out. Oh, we got Facebook user. As long as Mini GT doesn't start making Fast and Furious MK4 livery, I'd say Mini GT is way superior. The sole purpose of Hot Wheels are toys for kids, hence the age stamp. Yes, agreed. And I think he's kind of taking a stab at the fact that Hot Wheels is making some funky livery combinations. For example, you're seeing the Fast and Furious livery Supra on the Nissan Skyline and vice versa, almost creating like this fantasy land aspect. Whereas Mini GT, they actually stay true to what exists in real life. They love being able to scan in and recreate the liveries that are on the race cars that are out there. So they actually do love like just creating unique cars. That's why you see a broad range of cars made by Mini GT. They don't always just stick with JDM stuff, but when the JDM stuff comes out, it's fire. I guess like the Kaido House stuff would be another, another good little side quest for Mini GT to delve into, right? It helps them collaborate with somebody else, bring different ideas to the table and things like that. I'm sure June himself, forget the Hot Wheels stuff. Who cares about that? Let's go with the Mini GT. Even he gave up on Hot Wheels, I feel like. I don't think he does any custom Hot Wheels anymore. All right, so we got that. All right, so Damien coming back again. Hot Wheels is fantasy casting. It's taken years to get kind of properly sized vehicle. Yeah, their castings are definitely not 64 scale. They're a lot bigger, like 160 scale, maybe something like that. Okay, so this guy, he wants to purge them all. Dude, this is awesome. I love this. Seth McGee, I think kinda. You should compare Hot Wheels versus Mini GT versus. Okay, I've done a video like that before. I should do maybe I should do an updated version of that. Alan Moorfield, if they could come out with a $2 car that rivaled the quality of the $1 Hot Wheels car, they could put a serious dent in Hot Wheels sales numbers. Also, if they have a website where you can order direct, that would save a ton of people time, money, no running around, blah 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 blah. Yep, I agree. That does cause a lot of the toxicity that surrounds the Hot Wheel community. And again, I feel like people are trending slowly away from Hot Wheels because they know that this better stuff exists. For example, the Inno64 community is really popping right now. They're like, why am I even collecting Hot Wheels? I'll keep my supers and my awesome little side things here and there, but I'm not collecting main lines and peg warmers anymore. I'm not collecting Hot Wheels that look like dinosaurs, etc. So definitely a cool way to look at it, right? Just to be able to update your collection, update the type of diecast that you're collecting and things like that. And I'm not saying you got to go out and collect every single Mini GT cast there is. I mean, the beauty of this hobby in this space is that you just collect what you like. So, if you're a fan of the Honda Civic, then look for Honda Civic things. If you're a fan of that cool livery, then get it and be done with it. There's no fighting when it comes to these, not yet. So Jerome Flattery, I wouldn't say Mini GT is becoming like the next Hot Wheels by a long shot. The quality and the price is still there, and Mini GT keeps coming out with more offerings and new castings. Maybe in the guise of both Hot Wheels and Mini GT will offer the same car in about a dozen colors. That's about it. So coming from the same point of view, Mini GT does not compare to Hot Wheels when it comes to the quality. The price, I think, is what creates the gap. So I don't know if a lot of you guys play video games and things like that, but one example that I would say is when it comes to a paid game and a free-to-play game, I feel like most of the time you're able to get rid of some of the toxic people, some of the, I don't know how else to say this, like lower end people that come into games and just create a really negative space, all the mess talking and crap talking. I mean, it's not to say you eliminate it, but you definitely lessen it when you have to pay for something, right? It's kind of like a little bit of a gateway there. So I think it's the same with the Hot Wheels and the Mini GT. And that's actually the main point that I tried to get at with this discussion, is that I think being at a specific price point that Jeremy brought up here definitely gets rid of a lot of the habits and traits of Hot Wheels people that bring in that toxic mindset of collecting. And so when it comes to this hobby, you're really collecting for more of, hey, I really like that cast. I really like what Mini GT's doing. They get one or two here and there, and then you're done. So you're really collecting on passion, I feel like, with this hobby. Let me know if you agree with that. Anthony Woodley, James Gitt, most ways no, but in one way, it is becoming a hobby when it comes to chase car. That's it. It's the other topic. Anthony Woodley, if I had any high shoes, I'd be mailing them over to you. He actually touched on a very good point. So one of the biggest things that I'm seeing with Mini GT is that the chase cars are being hunted like Hot Wheels treasure hunts and super treasure hunts. It's getting so bad that these things are going through the roof in pricing. I'm talking about insane. Let me see if I can pull up, like, you go on eBay, Mini GT Chase, sort this by list view. Let me see if I can share it. Present, share screen, right there. Oh, you see this, guys? Check this out. A Lamborghini chase going for $200. Okay. You know what? Let's do this the right way, guys. Right way. What's the right way? What's the right way to do this? You have to sort this. You have to sort this by sold and completed. Okay. You don't just go here and assume everything is $1 million. All right, here we go. This gives you a little bit more of a realistic value. Let me blow this up so you can see it. All right, so check it out. 32, 62, 50, 102, 34, 80, 40, 15. These are not too bad. That's not a chase though. But these chases right here is on top of 80, 44. And then when you get to the cars that are super sought after, for example, let's go to Mini GT Kaido. Oh boy, here we go. You asked for it now, buddy. 80, 100, 75, 71. You see these? These are nuts, dude. So here's a bad thing about this, okay? And I've seen this. I'm not for chases, like pulling them out and scalping people for that. But I've seen some people take these chases out immediately. So some resellers are taking them out of the box. They're putting them on eBay and they're spiking the price to whatever artificial number you want to create. So it's, look, right here, single overhead cam. He's like talking like I'm talking. Some of those finder values are artificially inflated through buyers with multiple accounts. Dude, yes, I could imagine so. So you have to be careful with the chase stuff. At the end of the day, I can care less about chases. I'm not like a hardcore collector like that I've got to have something special. But I think the idea that the scalping exists for the chases just as bad as the Hot Wheel is something that does, create a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. Bearable tables, got it. That is why I don't bother with chases. I'm fine with regular versions. Absolutely, man, for sure. Let me pull up the thread again that I was on. So again, it's coming back to the price point. Like chases are being super scalped. This is like similar mindset, similar habits of Hot Wheels collectors, and I'm seeing that happen a lot. But how do you cancel that? Just don't buy chases. Now, don't get me, you're going to have the guy that wants to collect the chases. There's always that guy. He's going to go buy all the chases. He doesn't care how much it costs. Maybe, I got to have them all. And then you got guys like Chris Klug. Hot Wheels are the best. You're all just haters. We got a troll. Hot Wheels are the real OG though, so we can't knock on Hot Wheels. All right, guys. Hot Wheels is what started it back in the day. None of these diecast brands would probably be around if Hot Wheels didn't start or was around in the first place, okay? So that is true. Michael Rionoso posting up some Mini GT goodies. Yeah, so they are the thing about Mini GT is also it is limited. So if you have a high number of people come in from Hot Wheels, I'm talking about like high number. Again, these Mini GT, they only make 3,000, 2,000 pieces worldwide. So if you had the entire influx of Hot Wheels people come in, we are screwed. So you kind of can't let all the Hot Wheels people transfer over, right? Because then it would be super hard to find. Thank God they don't sell these in stores yet because they'll be buying them up like hotcakes. They probably have a Hot Wheels and a Mini GT side by side and be like, well, why am I buying this? I'm just gonna buy all these. Let me get like 3 or 4 of these. And then that's how it starts again, right? That's how it starts. Don't kill me because most chases are uglier versions. I would agree. Sometimes, most of the time they are. Some of the raw castings and things like that really ain't too fun, I think. To me, they seem a little bit lazy, but I get the idea. I like the chases that actually are the colored versions, but they just have the wheels color swap. To me, those are pretty cool because it's a subtle change. Single overcam. Yeah, I don't chase treasures and supers either. I'm scale model builder, so I just build my own replicas of those. Yep, for sure, brother. You got it. Eddie Hazel. If Mini GTs could pick up on a whim while I'm already at Walmart picking up baby formula for my kiddo, I wouldn't have a box full of Hot Wheels in my basement. Whew. There, I said it. I collect Hot Wheels. I collect Hot Wheels. I collect Hot Wheels. Don't pick on me. It's okay. You're in the right path so far, so you're fine. But yes, public shopping, making it available. I think a lot of that is what created the Hot Wheels group, just being able to do that, being able to buy on a whim, creating more of that competition and things not being on the shelf, it all factored in. Unless Mini GT is going to hit that low price point for mainlines, I don't see it happening. I will say that Mini GT pricing to me, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Somebody help me out on this one, but have you seen the price of Mini GT drop just a little bit? Maybe. D. Marie's, not quite yet. However, Mini GT grows in popularity, something will have to give. Either quality of materials or cut in price will increase. They cannot continue to use the same process or make twice what they used to make, but still charge the same price. So he's saying that if the popularity grows, then it would be more scarce for us, and either the quality of materials would be cut in price or increase. Yes, that is true, but I don't know. They have to, in order to maintain the quality level that they're at, they're going to have to be able to charge a certain amount of money. So there's no way that you can just cut the prices substantially. They still have to make their margins and things like that. So definitely can't work like that. Correct. Hot Wheels will never look as good as Mini GT. I think we've agreed on that. Mr. Win, we are good. Okay, so next we are going to go to another thread. Let's see. Let's do the diecast chat group. I've got somebody outside the door here. Hang on. Let's see. Facebook user Chases will always bring out scalpers due to FOMO. I know, man, it's bad. I'm sure Mini GT will keep their branding and partners happy. Absolutely. The majority of Hot Wheels guys are cheap though. No offense to them, but the majority of them think GT are too expensive, and that's why that's actually a good thing. And so this goes back to the idea that I mentioned earlier, where when you're having to pay a little bit more for something versus something that's $1, you're going to create a completely different type of fan base, at least for now. Now, the more people start to go away from it, maybe that might change. I don't know. But I think, again, that's why some of the BBR models that cost, $500, $400, only certain people can afford that. So they're able to keep it super limited, create a small community. There's not really any scalping going on, unless it's something that does get discontinued and then you hold on to it for a long time. And actually, maybe it's more justifiable at that point because of the limited availability. You kind of treat it like artwork at that point, I feel like. Okay, let's go on to the next one here. Present right here. Boom! Same post. This was in the diecast chat section. Okay, guys? Are y'all still with me? Wait till Hot Wheels guys try to get into... Nah, they're not ready for that. They're not ready for that, man. Yes, this is... Yep, absolutely true. Almost anyone can buy a dollar mainline. That's it, man. That's how easy it is. But again, I know we as adults collect that stuff, but really, man, it is for the kids, dude. It's for the little guys, to be able to enjoy cars, abuse them, throw them around. Okay, the stuff that we collect, it cannot take that abuse. That's why we have to handle it with care. We have to take care of it. We actually have to be conscientious about it. So that's why it's a different age group. The usual Hot Wheel buyer tries to flip $1 to 100. Buying a Mini GT at 20 to 25, they won't get 100 for them. That is true, but only time will tell, actually, because I don't know what is the price of Mini GT is gonna look like 10 years from now, when none of this stuff is available anymore. Will the price of that stuff go up? Maybe. I don't know, but we don't know yet. But it is crazy that you can take a $1 car and sell it for like $5, $10. I mean, the margin's insane and people still buy it. That's how crazy that is. That's why people make money on Hot Wheels. Okay, so this one is the same type of thing here. Let's see. Kai Wang, really depends how you define Hot Wheels. For me, it's cheap. Kids' toys. And then he's comparing Tomica Premium to it. Yep. So he agrees that Mini GT is going great. In terms of the quality and the pricing, he agrees that Mini GT is justified. He's just asking about how I'm going to host it. And then, actually, there's not too many here. I guess it was me commenting. I'm down at this XL. Hopefully Devin Williams is with us. Okay, so let's just go into the last thread post here. This was actually in the Mini GT group, Mini GT fan club group. All right, so same thing. Let's see what we got. Rookwing Hot Wheels Premium are thick, have painted headlights, and are missing side view mirrors. Very expensive for its price. That's true. I think some of them have side view mirrors, maybe not all of them. I think some of them do. But again, I don't think Hot Wheels Premiums compares to Mini GT. Not at all. For the amount of time and effort they put into the Mini GT, there's just no way that the Hot Wheels Premium can compare in terms of the presentation. Devin Williams is in the house. Single overhead cam. Okay. All right. He here. All right. Lancer 908. I am new to collecting diecast. Collected a couple of Hot Wheels mainline, but then saw a Mini GT side by side and was now going back. I also have some Tarmacs and 118s from Art Arts as well. Yeah, if you're brand new, like if you're just starting collecting and you get presented with the Mini GT, it doesn't make any sense to go to Hot Wheels, right? Because at that point, you've already been spoiled with the detail and all that stuff. It's like, I don't know, some of you guys may have seen the video where I compare like a PS5 to like a PS1. Like you're just not going to go back to those graphics. It just doesn't make sense. So like the people of this age, people that are being born now playing PS5 with those graphics would never look at a PS2 and be like, man, those graphics look great. It just doesn't work that way, right? Because your eyes have already been adjusted. It just can't take that pixel nonsense anymore. It's just no comparing that. So Lancer has already found the light. He's like not even caring about Hot Wheels. Now, if he's got kids, things like that, maybe that may change. Yeah, you get him a couple of Hot Wheels. Go to the grocery line, pick up the milk, get some Hot Wheels, call it a day. Bearable Table. I don't even hunt for Hot Wheels anymore, especially premiums and Boulevard, because all the scalpers get them anyways. I focus on Mini GT, Pop Race, N064 Tarmac, GCD, Time Micro, and X-Car Toys. I don't know about X-Car Toys. We know about Time Micro, though. I love making my Time Micro videos. All Mini GT models roll. What are they talking about? Yeah, they do. Yep. Oh, did someone say they don't roll? Oh, yeah. Well, maybe you got one that didn't roll well, you know? But Mini GTs, all of them roll, dude. There's no way. First of all, okay, as adults, speaking as adults, you're not going to sit there, roll around a 64 scale diecast car like a little child and make vroom vroom noises. That's just not how it works for us, okay? We have to grow up. And I'm not saying grow up in the sense that we don't want to collect things and, you know, have some nostalgia. What I'm saying is, like, we have to grow up. We have to display it nice professionally. It's a different level now for us, right? So we got to do that. That Time Micro life. Lantern 908. All it takes is buying one and you're hooked. Yes, dude, absolutely. All right, so let's see. Hot Wheels Premium. Okay, so we done that. Okay, so this guy, only Kaido House exclusive are turning into Hot Wheels. Regular version, still one of a kind in 164 scale world from price to quality. The only problem is the culture of Hot Wheels itself. They're the reason why Mini GT is skyrocketing in price lately. That could be, as mentioned, that could be a contribution. As mentioned earlier, some of that mentality transfers over to the Hot Wheels, right? And so I don't think the basic Mini GTs have skyrocketed, but once they discontinue, I'm not sure what's happening to the mainline Mini GTs. You know, the basic ones, they may go up in price too. I have no idea yet. I don't think we're that far down in the timeline to really know how the market is adjusting to that, because I feel like at the beginning, most of the influx of people are going to be just regular collectors, people that are just collecting because they like to collect. They like certain cars. They like certain castings. They're like, oh, that's pretty cool. Let me get one of those. And that's how the collection is working right now. If you look at all my customers' collections, a lot of them are like that. They're displaying with pride, joy, and they absolutely love the way this stuff looks. They don't play with them. They don't roll them around. Maybe they do. Maybe some of them make vroom vroom noises, but you put them in the display case, you make it look nice. That's all it is. You've got a home office, you want it to look nice, boom, you got it. You actually have a workplace where you've got a little display area, you want to make it look nice, you use this stuff, okay? You don't use Hot Wheels for that. Some people may say Hot Wheels, oh yeah, that's cool, but if you put this stuff up, then they're like, wait a minute, what the heck is this? I want to learn more about it. But maybe you don't want to tell them, because then more people, less for us. So culture and mentality, definitely right. Kaido House, yes, I would say it is bringing some of that like Hot Wheels mindset. I think a lot of that maybe even stems from the fan base of June is kind of like that too, because I think June also used to take Hot Wheels and customize them and put them online for crazy amounts of money. Can't knock the hustle, but you know, to be able to take a basic Hot Wheels, do some coloring and decaling here and there, tampos, and to mark it up like that, that's insane. And people still bought it. Sometimes you just let the photos do the talking. Guess which one is Mini GT? Durr. Come on, man. So we got Hot Wheels here, we got Mini GT here. What you think? What you think, man? Look at them side view mirrors. The side view mirrors is a dead giveaway. Look, like this Hot Wheels has side view mirrors, you see? Customizers are a different thing, man. I'd say customizers are probably, I mean, I don't know how much, but customizers deserve their cut of the pie, I think. That's a different thing. I mean, you're making a one-off, right? So some of those guys make beautiful castings. Now, imagine if they took a Mini GT cast and they customized that. Okay, that's where we need to get to. Forget the Hot Wheels. Forget the $1 cast. I mean, you can cut them up, do all this stuff to it, but why work with that when you've got a better foundation to work with? I know there's some customizers out there. So that's what this guy, Devin's talking about. Okay, next. Theodore Stark, are you here? Look at this meme, dude. Right there. He knows. Nico. Dude. That's it. Oh my God, this is a big one. Woo. All right, let's go. Ready, guys? Here we go. I'm gonna blow this up. Oh no. Okay, I'm a young collector. I don't have the same nostalgia factor some of my older fellow collectors do. Not to say I didn't grow up with Hot Wheels. I did, but I have always seen them as toys. That's what they are. They're made by Mattel, a toy company. I love Hot Wheels forever, but I have a deeper love for cars themselves. So the deeper lover, that's interesting, right? I have a hard time looking at a real world car, admiring it and beholding it as beauty, and then going home to look at the same car but in Hot Wheels form without feeling a tad bit disappointed. Man, this guy gets it, dude. He's based. I know there's only so much Mattel can do with a 9-cent budget. Absolutely right. When it comes to Mini GT, I feel they are truly encapsulating the beauty of the automobile and the 64 sky. Yes, this is why Glenn is going up there at the forefront, meeting with these people, skating those cars in, trying to get it as closely matched as possible. The detailing, table design, and even the way it sits in your hands makes you feel as if you really did shrink it down. Absolutely. Long story short, no, Mini GT will not become new Hot Wheels. I truly hope Mini GT one day gets the same amount of recognition as Hot Wheels. However, until then, Mini GT will remain king of premium 64 scale diecast, while Hot Wheels will continue to dominate every aspect of the hobby. Yes, yes, yes. Now he's got 4 likes. He gets it, dude. Dude, Jacob, where's this guy at? Get him over here. He's in Texas, bro. He better be buying some auto cars from me. All right, anyways. Pulse driver. Mini GT brings a different ownership. Let's go back to Jacob. He's like, for sure, this is what I'm talking about right here. He gets it. This is why sometimes to me, it's hard to understand. I mean, again, I used to be a Hot Wheels collector, not hardcore like maybe some of you guys, but yeah, I'd go get some here and there every now and then, JDM stuff, no big deal. But like, it just doesn't make sense anymore to go back to that type of hobby, you know, to go back to that space of dealing with all these. Dude, there's so much. You ever go to those Hot Wheels Facebook groups and all the crap that they have to deal with? It's insane. Like, you'd literally become depressed reading some of that stuff. Don't put yourselves in that situation. Do this hobby because you love it. Don't do it because it's like some competition or proving this and that. It's nothing about that, man. All right, Mini GT brings a different ownership experience compared to Hot Wheels. Its products are made for people who love cars. Absolutely right. Mini GTs have specific details for each model car, including matching weight. Hot Wheels adult line is trying to sell products for collectors, different articles. The cars are simply made to create excitement, to buy them, just to collect them. That's just the start. There are many other differences that I hope your video captures. So I think we've talked a lot about some of the differences already. Pulse Drivers also understands this concept. So absolutely agree. He's on the same frequency. Nico, is he coming again? Watch your video out there, know that Hot Wheel Premium is cheaper in the USA than in Europe. Let's take Europe, for example. Mini GT is around 11 euros. Hot Wheel Premium the same? What? Bro, that's crazy. Oh my God. How can you even? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if it's the same, then you might as well just buy Mini GT. Why are you even wasting your time with Hot Wheels? Unless you're trying to flip or something like that. GT wipes the floor easily with Hot Wheel Premium and even Elite 64. Okay, Elite 64, guys, I don't know why. Okay. Maybe you're a diehard Hot Wheels fan and you have to have that Elite 64 chaser. But when it comes to from the car for car, quality for quality, it makes no sense. Just get the Tarmac Works. The Tarmac Works is 10 times better. And it's probably cheaper by now. Elite 64s are probably skyrocketing in price. Who knows? TSM is not that good in scale 18, but 64, they rocket the hype more than justified. Yeah, they're not perfect in 18, definitely. But their price is justified for 18. Try paying $300 for an 18 scale and TSM won't look like that. TSM is at a price point where 18 scale is affordable, so it's not going to be perfect. Theodore Stark, Hot Wheels of premium model car world? Yes. I don't know. No, I think, again, I feel like he might be comparing it to like that artificial hype, artificial price increase, inflation, things like that. But really, car for car, new release for new release, there's just no way. Chew, as long as Mini GT stick to what they're doing, I will support them. One of the most important things about Mini GT is that we don't have to deal with scalpers. They're the worst for any hobby. That's it. That's all. The scalpers are the worst. You don't have to deal with any of that here. However, as mentioned, you may have to deal with a little bit of that in the chase market. So that's what he's talking about. You can buy at your own leisure. There's plenty to go around. Yes, there might be a time where, you know, the pre-orders clutch and you're not able to get it, but you know, that's all a timing thing. So if you can't buy it in time, then unfortunately that may be the case. But most of the time you can still buy it somewhere at the release time because they're, again, not as crazy right now. Paul, the diecast guy, says, I have been a diecast collector for years. I was a huge fan of Matchbox in the 70s as a kid. I started getting into premium brand like Meiji Tarmac since I'm old. Okay, so he's switching out, dude. He switched out. Mijad, cons of Hot Wheels, painted lights, side mirror, bad wheel power, scalpers are there, make it worse. I'm subscribed to your channel. Awesome, dude. Welcome. Bangladesh, bro. That YouTube reach.